Greetings, everybody. Ho-ho. Woo. It's a wonderful Wednesday. Lots going on today. We've got a delayed video coming out later today here on the channel. Of course, there's a lot of other things going on in the world, including hurricane currently hitting Florida. We'll definitely have a special segment about that today after the credit cycle here and before I actually hit the end broadcast button. Then, of course, Midnight's Edge in the morning over on Midnight's Edge channel. It's going to be really cool talking a little bit about, the events that we found out about yesterday afternoon and evening with, of course, Deadpool. But there's other stuff to cover and something I guarantee you I'm going to laugh about. Oh, so much to cover. It's a little time, but I need to say hi to all of you. So let's do that. We got Katsith hanging out with us today saying hello. Looks like Cody Guy is here. We got Captain Fandom Nerd. Looks like Robert Deeves is in the house, as well as Jordan Lee. We've got Judicon, Dr. Dragon, the very talented Andy Masterson, and of course, Olaf Fanes checking in from across the pond. We've got Charitable, the Rainbow Knight, Morgan King, Darren Hughes, good to see you, my friend. Fat Elvis, he's going to remind you to smash the thumb. That's right. And D-Bud Martin is in the house, along with Don Incognito. Looks like a few other folks popped in, like the lovely Sherry, Vince Womack, Master Sidearms, good to see you, my friend. Let's see who else is here. Lots of other folks. Shrap 3D is in the house. Good to see you, Shrap. KR Nut 82. Let's see. Rohan Knight. Eric K. What is up, my friend? Good to see you. Cloud Sailing is here. We got Sean Landrigan. Good to see you, my friend. And, of course, Darius Munchausen. Let's see a few other folks before we have to get this thing going. What is it? Loki says, kick the tires and light the fires. There you go. All right. We got Magitech Mags in the house. We got OC Dobbins. Good to see you, my friend. Philip Gaming is in the house. What's up, Real Wade? Way to go. Keep building over there on Twitch. Let's see. Who else do we got? Douchey McDouche. That one's always fun to say. Rod Thunderheart. And the lovely Tina Beebe is here. Good to see you, dear. We got M Tax Shark hanging out. A few other folks rolling through. Rolling. Keep those people rolling. That sounds weird. Loki, did I? Yeah, I just said Loki. That'd be you, bro. All right, let's get started, folks. Here we go. Thank you, Eric K, for 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate that, my friend. A little bacon. Bacon. Ironcaster. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you are watching. Thanks for checking out the 6-Minute Daily. That's right, we've got lots to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in. We got 14 stories total, and one of them is the big story. One that we're going to talk about most of the day, I would imagine. Right here, Hugh Jackman is returning as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. All right, should be pretty good. Thought it was a fun way to do it. By the way, if you want marketing done right, go to Ryan Reynolds. He knows how to grab your attention. That thing went viral like that. And not only that, it's something good coming out of Marvel. There's some stuff bad coming out of Marvel. This made me laugh this morning. Marvel's Blade loses director Bceom Tariq 2 months ahead of production. Mashara Ali, all these other folks, they're ready to go shoot this film. The director says, see ya. Wonder what came up. Crazy. I do know this isn't the first time that Marvel loses somebody right before production. This is starting to happen more frequently. Is the KK stuff actually, is the Kathleen Kennedy stuff actually spreading now to Marvel? I don't know. You got Star Trek sequel removed from Paramount. This also made me laugh today. They pulled it off the board. Oh, this is funny. We were just talking about this over on Midnight's Edge, talking about how the fact that this film isn't being made. It's up on the board. There's a release date, and we're mocking them because it's not coming out because it got nobody to do it. Lionsgate's going to go ahead and move forward with spinning off their studio. So, interesting. So, Starz is being separated into its own entity, at least internationally for now. It's being rebranded as Lionsgate Plus outside of the US and Canada. So in North America, not so much, but everywhere else, there you go. I think this is an interesting move. It's a financial or business move for sure. But I mean, I really don't know what they're trying to do. At one point in time, I thought Lionsgate was going to be somebody that would be able to balance both film, television, and video games. I don't know that they're doing any of those well right now. I mean, a couple of things maybe. It's very strange. The unfortunate news came out today, and this is no joke. Katie Couric announces breast cancer diagnosis. Cancer is awful, terrible, and we have to figure out how to solve this problem and not create it more often than not. She got early diagnosis. She recommends to all women to get screened, to get your mammogram. Sometimes women need more than just a mammogram, folks. So please take care of your health, young ladies out there in the audience, please. Elizabeth Banks wishes that her Charlie's Angels reboot wasn't marketed as just for girls. She wasn't creating some feminist manifesto. Do you guys remember her public statements? I do. I won't deny this movie was marketed very poorly. It wasn't going to be a masterpiece. It's certainly not going to be Mission Impossible, as she actually points out in her own statements in this article. But I just don't. I mean, aren't you part of the problem? Billy Eichner made a great rom-com. Now it's audience's turn. And of course, this is in reference to the film Bros. This is an interesting take from Jake Coyle. I would imagine that this is setting up the playing field so that we can be called names if we don't go see this. Maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, and maybe that's cynical. But honestly, that's the playbook. And so I anticipate that when this doesn't perform the way they want it to perform, they're going to come out and call us names. Problem. Chris Wallace, CNN celebrity talk show debut as it tanks in the ratings. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Who wants to see this? Not a lot of people. They managed to bring in less than 60,000 people in the demographic to watch this. Of course, HBO is trying to say, well, yeah, but a lot of people watch it on HBO Max and not on CNN. And I'm like going, prove it. And that's the other problem we're running into streaming, which is putting David Zaslav and company in the firing line. A story I'll talk about later today in a video. They're being sued. Bank of England's going to buy UK bonds to try to avert the financial crisis there, and that's actually started to stop the currency from slipping. World shares, though, across the board, they're falling. The market is just imploding. I don't know how else to say it. And maybe that's hyperbole. In fact, that is hyperbolic. I'll say this. It is not a good day on Wall Street. And it probably won't be for a while. The Chinese yuan is sliding to a 14-year low. I mean, we're watching this happen globally. In fact, in China, the former top graft buster, the guy that used to get the guys that were getting bribed, well, he's indicted on bribery charges. Not great. And finally, we get to the last story of the day, which is MGM Plus is going to emerge from what was Epix sometime in 2023. Can you guys get more creative with your names? Why does everything have to have a plus sign at the end of it? I don't know. But as you can see, I'm out of time. And then I'm also out of stories. I made it through all 14, but I'm not going anywhere. After the credits, we're going to talk a little bit about this hurricane before Midnight's Edge in the morning. So be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye!
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.
Westfield just pointed out that the market had bumped back up 300 points. That's interesting. Might be on energy stocks based on some other stuff that's going on in the world. Have to keep track of that. That's the problem with getting the news the way I do, setting it all up. If this is accurate, I apologize for missing it. Anyway, we're going to jump right into a little bit of hurricane talk for a couple of minutes right after these credits run. And all of these people, they make it all happen, including the 5 people that were added to the ranks today by Eric K. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. But we have a special Saturday. On Saturday, you'll get a Meet the High Roller stream coming up. And we'll also have a member stream this week in the next couple of days. Has to be the next couple of days. Have a great day, everybody. Can't say see you because we're going to go right into this. All right. So as you can see, the hurricane is basically starting to make landfall. If you are in Florida right now, you should already be where you're supposed to be. You should already be prepared. You should be paying attention to the Weather Channel and similar entities. Your locals are probably going to be your best resource at this point in time. Right now, you're seeing 135 mile an hour sustained winds on the coastline, and you're seeing with gusts up to 165 miles an hour. In this situation, staying near the coast is probably not your best plan. You should have already moved. Riding it out in a hurricane in Florida is kind of a rite of passage for a lot of Floridians, but if you were told to evacuate, it was for good reason. I am staying in contact with a lot of my friends that are in Florida. And of course, I've asked Lorena and many other folks that I know are in Florida to kind of check in throughout the day and kind of update us. This is going to have kind of a strange path. It's going to cross through Central Florida. Looks like almost right over Orlando. It will bring some interesting water circumstances to places like Cocoa Beach and stuff like that on the Space Coast where the Kennedy Space Center is. And then it looks like it's going to track back out into the ocean for a little bit and then go right back up the coastline on the East Coast. There's the potential for massive amounts of flooding in certain areas. Again, the coast is not your friend. And Eric K brings up something important, which is the average elevation is 6 feet above sea level. So we'll have to see what that is, but we definitely are keeping in touch with Lorena. We had a little bit of a talk about it yesterday after our, or I should say before and kind of after our theme park therapy stream that we had yesterday afternoon. I just hope and again, there's many people here, whether you know it, that are in this Florida area that contribute to a lot of the entertainment properties that we all participate in our little fellowship. But I wanted to bring this to you. This is a live weather map that is generated by Esri, and it's available for free at noaa.maps.arcgis.com. So, but this is a storm tracker, as you can see, where as it moves up, what the time frame is. Looks like about 2 p.m. today. It will be already well into the land, and it'll go from a Cat 4 to a Cat 1 and become a tropical storm at that point. And then it'll go back out to sea sometime in the afternoon on Thursday, it looks like 2 p.m. it'll be on the Space Coast. And about 2 a.m. on Friday, it'll be back in the ocean. It'll probably pick up some speed because that's what they do. They get back into the warm water and do that. And then it'll head up the coastline. So as we can see, this is the rough path track that they're calculating for the worst possible circumstances, that this actually rolls out a little farther into the ocean and picks up more water and more speed and kicks back up. But that looks what looks like what it's going to be. So just a few moments to spend with you to cover that real quickly. Yeah, pretty bummed out about this. So, but hopefully this is not as rough as it could be, and we'll check in with everybody throughout the day. And with that, join me over on Midnight's Edge in the morning, coming up in just a few moments. As I say all the time, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. If you're in Florida, pay attention to your locals, pay attention to Weather Channel, and I hope you've already moved to where you're supposed to be. You should already have been where you were supposed to be yesterday afternoon. Understand? All right. Have a great day, everybody. See ya.